If you tried the breathing technique from yesterday, you felt it. Undeniable shift in your physiology. A rare moment of sudden mental clarity. Deep, anchoring sense of calm washing over your chest. Activating in real time. That was your body finally listening to you. Is the secret the Japanese centenarians know. Never discovers. Breathing alone is only half the longevity equation. Nervous system. It is absolutely vital. Physical hardware. Years old, do not just sit and breathe in isolation. 6 highly specific physical movements. Phenomenon that modern neuroscientists now call integrated neuroplasticity. Are calling it biological time reversal. Metrics were shocking. Neurotrophic factor skyrocket. Cells. It did not just increase by a modest 40%. Unbelievable 120%. Improved by 63% in a matter of weeks. Witnessing cellular time flowing backward. Today, you get the other half of the equation. 12-minute daily blueprint. Mind of someone decades younger. Your body was built to move. Distorted what movement actually means. Philosophy. No pain, no gain. Collapse on a gym floor. High levels of cortisol. They create massive oxidative stress inside your cells. Exhausting workouts actively accelerate the biological aging process. The ancient Japanese approach to longevity is fundamentally different, not exercise. They practice Ko Nagare, uninterrupted flow of life energy, punishment, or looking good in a mirror. Movement is cellular communication, is a daily maintenance protocol for simply being human, happening inside your body when you stop moving properly. Let us start with your lymphatic trap, cellular waste removal network, viruses. Pump blood. Your lymphatic system has absolutely no internal pump. Tissues. When you sit for hours on end, your lymph fluid stagnates, literally pool in your cells, suppressed. Lifestyle to be a slow, silent poison. Next is proprioceptive decay. Awareness. Where your foot is in space, even when your eyes are closed. Moving in dynamic ways, these sensory nerves quietly die off. Physical radar is the true root cause of deadly falls in people over 65. You do not trip and fall because your leg muscles are weak. Your brain has gone completely blind to the ground beneath you. Finally, there is joint starvation. They are nourished by a thick, slippery substance called synovial fluid. Think of it as premium mechanical oil. When you physically move a joint through its full and complete range of motion. If you do not move, your joints literally starve. Flakes away. The bone slowly calcifies. Entirely. Well into their 90s. Traditional Western gym. Modern science finally understands how they do it and discovered a cutting-edge neurological mechanism. Afference. We already know the vagus nerve controls your rest and repair system. Physically squeeze and mechanically stimulate the vagus nerve. Unstoppable biological feedback loop. The physical movement naturally deepens the breath, enhances the movement. Unbroken coherence. Japanese protocol. You do not just see the motor cortex light up. Perfectly synchronized electrical activity across the entire brain. Right hemispheres begin communicating flawlessly. Harmonizes. Cardio for longevity. Your biology to mimic panic. Peace of cognitive decline. You are not just lubricating your joints in neuroprotective chemicals, aging process, to interact with the world. And it only takes 12 minutes a day. The protocol. We call this the 12-minute biological time reversal. Breath. 5 seconds inhale through the nose. 5 seconds hold. Exhale. The breath dictates the speed of the movement. Never rush. Movement 1 is Asahi, the morning sun. We also call this the rising tide. Tall with your feet hip-width apart, stiff. From your sides, keep your palms facing up toward the ceiling. Second mark. Hold your breath at the top for 5 full seconds. Physical stretch, lifting up through your ribs. You lower your arms down in the same controlled, sweeping arc. 3 massive things here, which immediately stretches your lung tissue and improves your oxygen capacity. You are waking up the intercostal muscles between your ribs. Atrophy rapidly as we age, making deep breathing physically impossible. drains the stagnant lymphatic fluid trapped in your upper body and neck. Movement 2 is Tsuru, the crane stance. This is your rude awakening. Entire body weight solidly onto your right foot, to hip height, without tipping over. Cycle. 5 in, 5 hold, 5 out. Then slowly step down and switch sides. Not worry about how high your leg goes. Stability. This is raw neuroplasticity in action. Proprioceptive nerves in your standing ankle are firing rapidly. Recalibrating under the pressure. Straight up your spine to your cerebellum. Brain responsible for physical coordination. One leg. You are actively increasing the gray matter density in your brain. Single movement is your daily insurance policy against a deadly fall. Movement 3 is Keiraku, the meridian tap. Upper chest. Begin gently and rhythmically tapping along your collarbones. Slowly move the tapping from the center of your chest out toward your shoulders, to the palm of your hand. Then tap up the outside of that exact same arm. This pattern on the right side, percussion with your breath. Tap rapidly as you inhale. Entirely as you hold the breath. Rhythmic tapping as you exhale. And lungs. Mechanoreceptors, sitting just beneath the surface of your skin. Cold extremities. Movement 4 is Tatsu, the dragon spiral. Place both hands firmly on your hips, torso to the right, running all the way up your spine. Breath cycle. 5 in, 5 hold, 5 out. Rotate to the left. Your vagus nerve runs directly alongside your spinal column. This specific rotational movement acts exactly like a wet towel being wrung out. Flood of calming neurotransmitters into your blood. Your brain. This gentle rotation also deeply hydrates your intervertebral discs. Simple physical ability to twist and reach behind you. Movement 5 is Hara, the centering descent. Position. Place both hands flat against your tendon. Center exactly 2 inches below your navel. Feet. Hold the breath and feel that dense pressure gather in your lower stomach. Then, as you exhale for 5 seconds, bend your knees slightly. Center of gravity just 2 or 3 inches toward the floor. If you are preparing to sit down in a chair, but you never actually sit, this semi-squat position. Stability. Your hip flexors. Originates. It does not come from your arms or your upper chest. Your center. You safely to the earth. Movement 6 is Gassho, the closing seal. Palms together directly in front of your heart, toward the ceiling. Now, press your palms together. Actively engage the muscles in your chest and your upper arms. Isometric pressure through 3 complete breath cycles. Exhale. Press your hands slightly firmer together. Shoulders down and away from your ears. Pectorals and your anterior deltoids. Old age. Physical practice is fully integrated. Code you just typed into your cells. Complete. Here is your complete 12-minute daily blueprint of pure 5-5-5 tandem breathing. Completely calibrate your nervous system. Movements we just learned. Spend exactly 1 minute on each specific movement. Finally, end the routine with 2 more minutes of still, silent breathing. Notice how your body feels. Feel the warm heat radiating in your hands. Crystal clarity in your mind. First meal. Mind is free from distraction. The Japanese have a beautiful, ancient concept called Ikigai, roughly to your ultimate reason for being. Out of bed in the morning, body is too broken, stiff, and painful to execute what your spirit desires. Spirit needs a capable vessel. There is a woman living in a small village in Okinawan named Misao, 7 years old, owns meals from scratch, and walks 3 miles to the local market and back. Genetics. She did not mention a special diet. Want to keep moving. Stillness creates stillness. Acceptance of decay. 90 years old. You are refusing to become invisible, become immobile. You are refusing to become a burden. Vitality. Neuroplasticity has absolutely no expiration date. New connections at 80 years old, just as easily as it did at 8 years old. Your muscles can strengthen. Your balance can completely return. Provide your body with the correct biological input. Input. The breath is the master key. Start this tomorrow morning. Today buys you 7 extra years of true, beautiful independence tomorrow. Now, thousands of tiny, Proprioceptive nerves in your standing ankle are firing rapidly. They are recalibrating under the pressure. They are sending desperate electrical signals straight up your spine to your cerebellum. This is the primitive part of your brain responsible for physical coordination by forcing your body to balance on one leg. You are actively increasing the gray matter density in your brain. This single movement is your daily insurance policy against a deadly fall. Movement 3 is Keiraku, the meridian tap. Bring your fingertips up to your upper chest. Begin gently and rhythmically tapping along your collarbones. Slowly move the tapping from the center of your chest out toward your shoulders. Next, tap down the inside of your left arm, from the shoulder all the way down to the palm of your hand. Then tap up the outside of that exact same arm. Repeat this pattern on the right side. You must strictly synchronize this light percussion with your breath. Tap rapidly as you inhale. Pause the tapping entirely as you hold the breath. Resume tapping as you exhale. In traditional Japanese medicine, this exact pathway follows the vital meridians of the heart and lungs. In Western medical science, this is the manual stimulation of mechanoreceptors. You are physically flushing the superficial lymph nodes, sitting just beneath the surface of your skin. You are triggering a massive immune system response and forcing fresh, warm blood circulation deep into your cold extremities. Movement 4 is Tatsu, the dragon spiral. Place both hands firmly on your hips. Keeping your hips locked and facing strictly forward, slowly rotate your upper torso to the right. Look over your right shoulder and feel a deep, gentle twist running all the way up your spine. Hold this twisted position for one full breath cycle. 5 in, 5 hold, 5 out. Slowly return to the center, then rotate to the left. Your vagus nerve runs directly alongside your spinal column. This specific rotational movement acts exactly like a wet towel being wrung out. You are mechanically wringing the vagus nerve, forcing it to release a massive flood of calming neurotransmitters into your blood. At the same time, you are physically circulating cerebrospinal fluid up your spinal cord and directly into your brain. This gentle rotation also deeply hydrates your intervertebral discs. It preserves the youthful flexibility of your spine, ensuring you never lose the simple physical ability to twist and reach behind you. Movement 5 is Hara, the centering descent. Return to your normal standing position. Place both hands flat against your tendon. This is the vital energy. Center exactly 2 inches below your navel. As you inhale for 5 seconds, close your eyes and imagine drawing heavy energy up from the floor into your feet. Hold the breath and feel that dense pressure gather in your lower stomach. Then, as you exhale for 5 seconds, bend your knees slightly. Lower your center of gravity just 2 or 3 inches toward the floor. It should look as if you are preparing to sit down in a chair, but you never actually sit. Hold this semi-squat position. This is a profound neurological meditation on physical stability. You are deeply activating your core stabilizers, your quadriceps, and your hip flexors. You are teaching your brain where true human strength actually originates. It does not come from your arms or your upper chest. It comes from your center. This low stance solidifies your lower body architecture, anchoring you safely to the earth. Movement 6 is Gassho, the closing seal. Stand tall once again and bring your palms together directly in front of your heart. Point your fingers straight up, toward the ceiling. Now, press your palms together. Press them hard enough to actively engage the muscles in your chest and your upper arms. Hold this isometric pressure through 3 complete breath cycles. With every 5-second exhale, press your hands slightly firmer together. With every 5-second inhale, maintain that intense hand pressure, but consciously relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. This isometric hold wakes up your pectorals and your anterior deltoids. These are the exact muscles that weaken over time, causing the terrible forward hunched posture we always associate with old age. More importantly, this posture signals your nervous system that the physical practice is fully integrated. You are physically sealing the biological code you just typed into your cells. You are telling your brain the protocol is complete. Here is your complete 12-minute daily blueprint. You start with 2 minutes of pure 5-5-5 tandem breathing. Just sit still and breathe 2. Completely calibrate your nervous system. Then, you flow through the 6 movements we just learned. Spend exactly 1 minute on each specific movement. Finally, end the routine with 2 more minutes of still, silent breathing. Notice how your body feels. Feel the warm heat radiating in your hands. Feel the crystal clarity in your mind. Do this every single morning before you eat your first meal. Do it when your body is deeply primed for neuroplasticity and your mind is free from distraction. The Japanese have a beautiful, ancient concept called Ikigai. It translates roughly to your ultimate reason for being. It is the deep purpose that gets you out of bed in the morning. But Ikigai is completely useless if you're physical. Body is too broken, stiff, and painful to execute what your spirit desires. Your spirit needs a capable vessel. There is a woman living in a small village in Okinawa named Misao. She is 97 years old. Every single week, she tends her own massive garden, cooks her own meals from scratch, and walks 3 miles to the local market and back. When Western scientists finally asked her for her secret, she did not mention genetics. She did not mention a special diet. She simply said, "I move because I want to keep moving." Stillness creates stillness. This 12-minute protocol is an act of total defiance against the Western acceptance of decay. Every single morning you choose to perform these 6 movements, you are casting a deliberate vote for the exact person you will be at 90 years old. You are refusing to become invisible. You are refusing to become immobile. You are refusing to become a burden. You are actively choosing vitality. Neuroplasticity has absolutely no expiration date. Your brain can form brilliant new connections at 80 years old just as easily as it did at 8 years old. Your muscles can strengthen. Your balance can completely return, but only if you provide your body with the correct biological input. This movement is that vital input. The breath is the master key. Start this tomorrow morning, 12 minutes. Today buys you 7 extra years of true, beautiful independence tomorrow.